It is easily identifiable that the pending success of Koorie Education Learning Plans for Aboriginal students relies on the full participation and support of the child's teacher and the support the teacher receives from the school principal and the school's learning plan manager and CULP team. Therefore, in a case where I was the only teacher with an Aboriginal child that needed a CULP in my school, I would approach my school's principal and encourage them to forge a school Koorie education partnership with our local Aboriginal education consultative group in order to gain a full support and optimal resources for the implementation of CULPs in my school. The crucial part for me when thinking about developing a CULP in my classroom is building a relationship with my students' parents and caregivers. It is important to me that I build an open relationship and involve them where possible in the beginning stages of their child's learning. It will be important to take on board the child's parents or caregivers' opinions about their child's learning and centre the learning plan around what they want for their child's education. It is also important to me to build a strong relationship so that the child can see that their caregivers and I are on the same page in terms of their learning, which will enable a trust to be built between myself and the child. When developing CULPs in my classroom, I will start with a slow process, setting short-term goals for my students in order for them to see them as being easily achievable instead of setting long-term goals which may be less easy to assess and often so far away that they may seem unachievable, or the child may lose sense of what they are supposed to be aiming towards achieving. I would devise a rough plan with the help of the child's caregivers so that they are given all the information and know exactly what is going to be expected when it is presented to the child. It is also important to include the child in this process so that they feel that they have a voice about their education. So together, the child and I will set knowingly achievable targets and strategies that reflect their strengths in order to achieve these targets. The child's progress will then be assessed after roughly a term, where existing targets can be continued or new targets can be set for the following term and course curriculum.